welcome back. The table is prepared. Today we compare I have 6 Korean bows here and we will compare them, but not in detail. I did detailed reviews of all of these bows. You can check the links in the description to these reviews. Today we simply compare them to each other, and what separates them the most is, first of all, of course, the price. That's why we start with obviously you can get some of these bows cheaper sometimes on the internet, but I get with the prices I got from my suppliers, so that's why we go from there. The first one is Daylite Archery. It's the Phoenix. It's the eco version from Daylite. It's $170. Second one is Alibow Segie, is $200. The third one is the Skywalk from Daylite, is $210. Then we have Daylite Monarch, $270. Then we have from Freddie Archery the Black Flash Blue, is $280. And at the end we have my favorite YMG from Freddie, it's $475. All are free shipping, so that's why these prices simply including shipping to your door. What else do we have in specific? So for this bow as example, the entry-level bow, you can have this bow in different length and of course in a different draw length from 30 to 34 inches. This one has 31.6 inches. And you can have this one in poundages from 30 to 60 pounds. And the bow's weight is 350 grams. Segie. This bow you can only have one length, but regarding the poundage you can have it up to 40 pounds, I think. The main difference is this one is measured at 30 inches, all the others are measured at 31 inches, the poundages. So this one you can have, because this one is 45 pounds, has a max draw of 30 inches. If it's a lower poundage, you can draw this bow 32 inches. And the weight of this bow is 275 grams. The Skywalk from Daylite is then the medium range from the Daylite products, is the same as the Phoenix, has from 30 to 34 inch draw length, from 30 to 60 pounds available, and weighs 310 grams, so is 40 grams lighter than the basic model. And then you have the premium model from Daylite, which I like the most from the Daylite bows, I can tell directly. Again, 30 to 34 inches, 30 to 60 pounds, and 310 grams, same weight as the Skywalk, but they have a different handle, but we get to this in a second. Then we have Freddie Archery, the Black Flash. Pretty bow, I think 31 inches. Regarding the length, there is not so much information out there, but you can have this bow from 15 to 60 pounds. The weight is 355, so it's the heaviest of them all for now. And then at the end you have the YMG. This is a monster. YMG is, I don't know the draw length, there is nothing written, but I guess 31 inches. You can have this bow standard from 30 to 65 pounds, I think, but we even have the version up to 95 pounds, so this is the only one you get. Or as far as I know from this all here, you can have in 95 pounds, and the weight is 360, so this is the heaviest of them all. What I like of Daylite and even Black Flash is that the string has these nice knotted loops. Alibow and YMG have the normal standard endless loops as we know them from other horse bows too. So what else is different? Of course the optical appearance. With Phoenix you have this sticker on it, looks, I don't know, some texture on it, and it has this normal handle with a leather arrow pass. Handle is nice whipping, but I showed you the details in the video. Segie has no stickers on it, which I like a lot, and this looks for me more sleek. The arrow pass is racekin and the normal handle. Alibow mentioned that you can have this with a big foam handle too. Then we have the Skywalk. Again, looks very similar to the, look at, yeah, it has more flex in the handle, so they are not similar. But the optical appearance, it's not taped or something, and no stickers on it. Very black and shiny. I like this one. Handle, again, a little bigger than the one from Alibow. Alibow has the smallest handle so far, or like the Black Flash, but we get there in a sec. Then we have the Monarch, has this, carbon looking sticker on it, which matter of taste, but what I like on the Monarch is the handle. This is more this Korean style handle, has a leather arrow pass, everything fine. Then the Black Flash has again a very small handle. It's almost like the Segue. But when you see all the others have way more flex in the handle than the Segue, you see that. Segue is quite flat, so to say. And they have all quite a flex already in the handle. And of course, my favorite one looks simply awesome. I don't know what material this is here. It looks like birch bark or something, or an imitation of it, but looks very good. The back is this yellowish color, black, I don't know, horn. It's not horn. I like the handle the most. Is a nice massive rubber grip. Only what I don't like is in the front the finishing, but I showed you in the video, and the arrow pass was non-existent, so I taped it a little to not scratch the twine here too much. For the rest, they all have really similar string pads, and all these leather hoodies are in all of them almost identical, so this is all the same principle. And then as you see, they differ only a little in the flies today might rain later. In the shape, as you see, this one has a little more flex here already and goes more straight, so they have slightly differences, every of these bows, so none of them is the same. So I told you this, now we string them. Daylite, forgot the name, Phoenix. Good entry level bow. You saw my review, if not, watch it. So easy to string, has here quite more on the tiller side than here, and this is what I saw very often with these bows. So but look at this, you can directly fix it. If you fix it, then it's fine, and you make sure that the bow is straight. So that was easy. And then you have here medium, and here quite stiff. So all of these Korean bows are in this direction relatively stiff. The Segue, of course, the step through method. When you don't know it, don't do it. So easy. And this bow is always the same. So with this one, I don't have to check the limbs that they're out of tiller. So this bow is so stiff, it's always, no matter what you do, perfecto. And medium, stiff, maybe a little less than the Phoenix, but still fine. So then the next is the Daylite Skywalk. That's a nice bow for the price, and looks good. I only don't like all these stickers back there, but this, the Korean thing, I guess. Easy. They all have roughly the same poundage, so they are, the first four are 45 pounds. At 31, only the Segue is 45 at 30. So this one again, you see, slightly out of tiller. So, but then an easy fix, and it's straight. Wiggles here the same way as the Phoenix, and in this way very stiff. So this one is stiffer than these two. Then we have my favorite from Daylite, the Monarch. Feels like it has a bit more flex in the handle, so you need to overcome this first, but still easy. So, and again, fix it quickly and then it's done, straight. So I like the handle here. Here, medium, stiff, even stiffer than this one. So now we come to Freddie Archery's Black Flash, which is a good looking bow. I like this black shiny ones, I can't help, but that's my personal preference. Yep. Easy. And here, little, but not that much. easier, like with the Sigi, is stiffer in this direction, and it's there. So this one is the stiffest so far in both directions. And then we have the monster. Whoop. But it's an awesome looking bow. This one is even a little more poundage. So the last two have a little more poundage. But we shoot all the same arrows, and then we see. So this one, again, a little out of tiller. But this one does not want to go. That's okay. That's fine. Straight. So here, stiff, and here, stiff. So this is the stiffest brick of them all. So there you have it. I shoot now with all of them the same arrows. First shot distance, 2 arrows, and then long distance, and I simply tell you what I feel. So only that you see them when I hold them on the string all the same, then you see that they all have slightly, of course, first of all, different length, and then always slightly different shapes. So the one has more flex in the handle, the other less, the other has whatever, so they're all slightly different, but they're all pretty. The Phoenix by Daylite, my entry-level bow here. It's gotten dirty now. So let's see what it says. Should do 31.5. Does it? But it is, as all of them, they get stiff at the end. Look at this. But it's nice. I mean, for the price, free shipping. And a nice group. So this one is nice. You feel it a little in the handle, but nothing to worry about. Oops, and the string came off. Didn't string it properly. Need to do this again. So I guess from time to time you simply check if the tiller is still okay. And then you go from there. So 32, 31 and a half inches. Works. So it draws back. That's fine. Good. Has a little, but not a lot. Fine. Sigi by Alibow. Handle is really small, so it could be a little bigger Alibow compared to the others. At least a little deeper here, that you have a little more to hold on, but maybe they did it on a purpose for your Korean way of katra. So this one does 30 inches only because it's 45 pounds, but draws nice there. Kicks the arrow a bit nicer away. Feels a little more snappy. And it's accurate, so there's nothing, so totally nothing. So this one, way nicer. And we come to the skywalk. Tiller still looks good. String is on properly, yes. Skywalk does 32, I think. Handle feels good. Draw is nice. At the end they always start stacking a little, so that you can't avoid that, I guess. Oh, center shot. Here, again, you have a little vibration. You hear it already, and it translates in the limbs for a few seconds, but not a lot. Handle is fine. Monarch. This handle simply feels like for a Korean bow. That's nice. The Monarch does, Daylite Monarch, 31.6 or something, so 31 inches at least. And it draws nice. So this one has so far the nicest draw for me. And it's nice. A little, but less than the Skywalk. Really nice. And it's, what is a Monarch? 270, so it's already mid-class. Black Flash by Freddie feels different, feels more like and it's 31 inches, I don't know. Black Flash. The hand is a little small. This feels like, but has of course a little more poundage. and a nice group. So this one, I don't know, the dynamic of this bow feels a little different, feels better. Still a little, few seconds, but nothing overly fancy. Really nice. But it's 280. So if I would have to choose between these two, hard to say. I like the handle of this one more. It's hard to say. And as they always say, last but definitely not least, the YMG. So this handle is just this rubberized handle. I love this handle. I love the shape of this bow and how it feels. It's short, it's like, that one feels like a weapon. I think this one is 31 inches max draw and has 55 pounds or something. So this, and then, or 65? 65. The other one was 55. So this one is a little too heavy for me, but I need to push and pull, they say. Then there's no tomorrow. So this bow really is in a different class. You feel it a little with these arrows now already. So they are 325 grain. This is 60, I draw it maybe 60 pounds. Then you feel it already, but here is, again, one, done. So this is it. So this is, for me already, the winner for drawing and shooting. This is simply a different league, as said. So question now is, how do they feel for me? I'm not a Korean bow shooter, you know that. When I shoot now first time 30 meters, how do I feel? Do I feel safe with this bow? Is it directly working, or is it a learning curve, or does it feel, whatever I shoot the left blue dot, at least I go for this one. Yeah, okay, now I know what it's doing. Easy, feels safe, out of the box, no learning curve, works. The Phoenix, really directly 30 meters, you do one shot, that you know what it's doing, second shot, close to the target, works. How does the Seigyu do on what does the Seigyu do on this distance? So 30 meters, the left blue dot. Oh, height was okay, but it was to the left. So this one, same. First shot, get used to it. Second shot works. So this Seigyu is a really nice bow. The Skywalk. Handle feels good. Out of the box, look at this. This one feels really good. Yeah, so this one even better than the first two. So now we talk about the Monarch. I love the handle of the Monarch, but that's not all. Yes, yeah, you feel the difference. Don't have to say anything. Out of the box, the Monarch works better than the three before. Freddie Black Flash Blue Nomad. Handle is a little smaller again, and it's a bit more poundage. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one needs a little. So with this one, not directly out of the box, the premium bows tend to need a bit more attention in the beginning, so they're not so forgiving. And then of course the YMG. It feels simply, this one, I don't know, has the most balanced feeling of them all. If you compare it to a weapon, this one. Ooh, that was a weird shot. Yeah, this one, 1-2 shots and you have it. So this one is so stiff, it's only a little too heavy for me. But this one, performance-wise, so now you saw it and how they feel. If you're on a budget, $170, this bow does everything for you, is forgiving, is really a really good beginner's bow. You only need to like the design features, then this bow really works. $170 free shipping, and as I said, sometimes you get them on the internet even cheaper. Handle is nice with this bow, so you have nice control. I can recommend this one. So Daylite Archery Phoenix, recommended for a beginner when you're on a budget. If you're on a budget and you want to have something a bit more elegant, the Segue is simply one of the most beautiful Korean bows. Of course, they're not traditional horn bows, we know that by now. This is one of the most beautiful, but it's me. I like this black shiny when there is nothing sticked on the limbs, which doesn't need to be when the bow looks as pretty as this one. I would take it in less than 45 pounds and you can draw 32 inches, and this bow is really a charm to shoot. The only thing of all of them, the handle is very small and very roundish, but on the other side, depending which kind of katra you shoot, can be beneficial. I personally am not the biggest fan of this handle, but I love the Rayskin arrow pass because this is way more durable than all these leather patches all the others have. $200 and you get 10% off with the voucher code ARAMIN10. Then we have Daylite Skywalk. This is then already, it's $210 free shipping. A bit similar in the appearance to the Segue. Handle is nice, and this one does the job, draws nice. Look at this, it draws really nice. They need a few shots in the beginning, they're a bit more stiff. And out of the box, you don't have to worry about the tiller that much as with other bows. So if you're on a budget and you want something nicer, you can go for this one too. Next is the Monarch, and this is now the 270, so we step up now a little. What you get is then this sticker on it, which I personally don't like, but this bow works incredibly and I love the handle. So this is this Korean style handle, and I think a Korean bow should have a handle like this, so that's fine by me. If you're on a budget, but you can spend a little more, this one $270. Wow. This one compared to the Black Flash from Freddie, it's $10 more. And from Freddie we have this 10% voucher code, I think, still. This one is way more premium than this one. This one looks like all the wind fighters, all the whatever bows you get, even $100 Korean bow looks like this. This one is, you know, this premium looking like the Segue, but you feel that this one has a bit more under the hood than the Segue or the Skywalk. So this one, incredible. That's hard to say. So I would give it a tie. Price-wise, the same. Then you need to know which handle you like. But these ones are. This one is a little longer. That's why it draws a bit nicer. But for the shortness of this bow, both awesome. And of course, if you're already into Korean or Asiatic archery in general and you want something, you go for performance, and you might even want something in a higher poundage, then the YMG is the way to go. This is, for me, how a Korean bow should look like. So this is, you know, this birch bark, and then you have this one simply, when you tell me Korean bow, this is how I imagine a Korean bow. And the handle is this rubberized handle. Is you have a grip to it. It doesn't look like, but this is, it's almost sticking in on your skin. So this one, performance-wise, optically, always the way to go. So if you have the money to spare, it's $475, maybe a bit more. That's the way to go. So it simply matters, first of all, what draw length do you want, but most of these bows are available in different length and draw length, so you can find whatever works for you best. And then it matters budget, of course, first. What budget do you have? And then do you like, or do you not mind when there are these stickers on it and the limbs are covered in something? Or you want it more shiny and more elegant? Then you have here entry level, very good bows. Then we have the medium priced ones. Yeah, this is 210, so it's still entry level. The Skywalk can compare to the Seagate, I would say. Has a little nicer handle than the Skywalk. Then you have a little more expensive, so if you can spend a little more, get the Monarch for sure. This one with this handle is simply wow for the price, $270. If you want something which feels more like a weapon, this one, I don't know, this shoots differently, has something. So this is really, it boils down to personal preference. I only can tell you, and I told you how I feel about them. And of course, if you have the money, spend it for the YMG. This is absolutely, this is, you have sometimes an out of tiller bow, but you can fix it. With this one, it takes a little longer. But you have it with almost all these bows. But this one is awesome. And because it's so much fun, we shoot one arrow with each bow. And then we are done for today. So we start with the Phoenix. I said $170, no brainer. Does the job. You feel it a little in the handle, bit vibration, but nothing serious. Seagate with a voucher code cheaper, looks more elegant. Only 30-inch draw is not enough for me. I would go with less poundage and a bit higher draw. Nice grouping. So this one feels overall more harmonious. The Skywalk, $10 more than the Seagate. A nicer handle. And feels good. You only feel ding, you heard it, you feel it a little compared to the Seagate, but it's nothing annoying. And then my favorite in the mid-class, 270, I think, right? Yes, Monarch 270. This is a really nice bow. So if your budget is under 300, the Monarch, look at this. And a little, but not as much as the others from Sky. From Daylite. Oh, all these names. Black Flash Blue by Freddie. This is a beastie one. This feels like, you know, this, wow. Handle is okay-ish, but it's quite small. But this one is dunk. Of course, it's a bit more poundish, but this one kicks a little more. So this one is more the gentleman. This one kicks a little more. Yeah, of course. Fall on the floor. Yeah. And the last one, of course, is if you have the money, get away, YMG. No question. There's simply, everything works with this bow. This is an incredible bow. If you have the money, get this one. That's all I can say. There you have it. With none of them you go wrong. It really simply matters which budget you like and which design you like more. They are all pretty impressive bows for what they are and for the price. So I hope this comparison was kind of helpful. I don't know what to tell you more. The rest of the detailed testing you can see in the reviews of the individual bows. They're all great bows. So this is my comparison of Korean bows. Thank you very much Daylite Archery for sending these bows to me. Thank you very much Freddie Archery for sending the bows to me, and thank you very much Alibow for sending the bow to me. So that gives me the chance to compare them and tell them my feelings. Of course, I'm not the specialist in Korean bows. I only can tell you how they feel for me, and you could consider that through my hands went, I don't know, 300-400 bows, so you get some kind of feeling for every bow, even if it's not your specialty, but you know what I mean, right? Good, and thank you all for watching. If you have any questions down there in the comment section below, let me know which bow you like and why. Be interesting to start there a bit conversation, so that we get an idea and we can communicate with the bow companies. This is, I think, what we are here for, that the companies see what does the market want, what is the market looking for, so then they can maybe adjust there and adapt to this accordingly or not. So thank you very much for watching, and I catch you in the next one. As usual, stay safe.